Good morning from Newcastle. So I woke up a little early today. There's nobody else in my room last night, which was amazing. But it's really bright in the room, and even though I sleep with a face mask, it was still kind of like, hello, wake up. So it's only a little after 7, which is great, because I really wanted to go early because the weather's supposed to be a little bit better in the morning than it is in the afternoon. I'm just really hoping for no rain. I accept that when I climb a giant mountain, it may be in a cloud when I get to the top. I just have to accept that because I will be disappointed if I don't. So I'm like emotionally preparing for a cloud. And if it doesn't happen and I get some lovely, cute, but beautiful views, 100% awesome for me. But so I'm walking through town. The path starts on the other side of town from where I'm staying, but it's a really small town, so not a big deal. I'm gonna go see what this is looking like. I hear the first bit is really like a forest walk, which I'm not thrilled about, but fingers crossed, not too many bugs. This is what we're looking like this morning, at least when I'm starting the hike. Well, I just got to Donard Park, and it's like a park. Like there's some street cleaners and some parking and some playing fields. There's a river over here. And apparently I follow the river up the mountain. So let's see how much more trail it starts looking like. Well, I went on a curve and we went from large enough for a car to drive down to that. So I think we're on a trail. Okay, officially leaving the park and heading into the mountain. Oh, and now that I'm out of the park, you can see how higher up I am. There's the beach down there. Whoa. This looks like it was either logged or something. It's so hard to understand perspective when I'm like in the trees, but I get these little peekaboo views every once in a while. You can tell how high I am. Wow. Okay. Well, starting to come out of the trees. That little structure is called the ice house, I think. Well, I made it to the first rock wall. And there's many of them up in the morns, but at least I've made it to the first one. And you can kind of see the ocean. It's very foggy down there, but see the shoreline. We're about 650 feet up. There it is, Slieve Donard. So I think the goal is to get up there and go in that valley, up the ridge behind it, and then there. I think this is the smallest of the 4 so far, so makes sense that it doesn't look as big as like, Ben Nevis. Pretty sure there's a horses over there. Kind of see? It's a little far away. Horses. There's like maybe 10 of them. A couple of these. And then over here, a little further away, there's maybe like 10, 15. So many horses. Okay, I'm about a third of the way there. It always fascinates me what people choose to bring on a hike. Like there's these 3 guys coming up behind me. One of them is definitely wearing jeans, a messenger bag, and like what you wear around town sneakers. Then there's people that are in front of me who are like kitted out for like living in the wilderness. And there's me, I'm like in between that. It just always fascinates me. So I'm just getting to the ridge climb. About halfway up according to my watch's elevation gain. Super pretty out here. There's all these little waterfalls that are kind of going into this larger little extreme waterfall situation, the same one that I've been following all the way up. My lungs sound terrible, but you know, what are you gonna do? Big stream crossing. This is the thing I've been following all the way up. So apparently the path has turned into a bit of a waterfall. Lovely. Lovely. And there's going to be another waterfall crossing up there. Thankfully, this waterfall is not gushing. I would not be able to make it across. Made it to the next wall, which is the top of the ridge. As far as I understand, these kind of weave around in the morns. The path just follows right next to it. And here's the view back down to Newcastle. Here's the other side of the wall. So you can keep doing more hikes. There's other mountains. There's, I think, a lake down here somewhere. There's a path you can actually go down this way. But that would extend my hike a little bit, so I don't think I'm going to do that. About 200 feet left. It's basically just straight up. This is what I've been working on. Clouds are coming and going. Here's the wall, and you can kind of see it goes off in the distance. There's another route to down over here. But then I would end up here and I'd still have to do like a road walk all the way back to town, which doesn't sound very fun. So as much as I'd like to see that route, I'm gonna probably go back the way I came, skip the road walk. And there's Newcastle all the way down there. You can see the little Ferris wheel and the beach where I was yesterday. This is basically the view that I have of the mountain from down there. The sun's coming out in that direction, but not in this direction. Also, it seems it's very popular to go up on that side too. That's almost as tall as Slieve Donard. It's like, I forget what it's called. It starts with a C. And you can see people like walking up alongside the wall there to get up to the top. Like, good on them. My legs don't want to do that. So I'm gonna go down instead. Now, you know what? Let's be accurate. My legs are fine doing it. My lungs don't want to do it. And given what I sound like right now, I should probably head down and not upset them anymore by going up. Yeah. I'm glad I came up when I did. Like, I only saw a couple of people on the trail when I was walking up. And it's not like packed or anything. Like, you can see a couple of people down there, but I don't know. It's definitely busier than it was this morning. Well, in the last 10 minutes or so, it started raining. So, fun. At least I'm on my way down and not up. And it's still pretty light, so I don't think I'm going to get out my waterproofs just yet. But it's kind of refreshing, actually. But I hope it passes because I don't want to go into that. Okay, well, the misty rain has lightened up even more, and I just finished the really steep part, so looking forward to this like more gentle valley area, and then it's forest time again, which I'm not looking forward to, but gotta do it. Honestly, this is the easiest of all of the hikes. Well, I mean, like, of all of the mountain climbs. So if you don't know, there is this challenge in Great Britain called the Three Peaks Challenge. And what it is in 3 days, you hike the 3 tallest mountains in Great Britain, which are Ben Nevis in Scotland, which is the tallest of them all, Snowdonia Snowdon in Wales, and then Scafell Pike in England. And to me, it's not going to ever be my journey to hike 3 mountains in 3 days. Like, it's just not, especially those, because they're pretty tall. So I did it in 3 years, like 3 sequential summers. I did Ben Nevis first, then Snowdonia, then Scafell Pike. And I finished in 2019, just in time. And so obviously took a few years off. Last year I was gonna climb the highest mountain on the Isle of Man, which, if you don't know, is a territory of the United Kingdom. And I was advised not to for a couple of reasons. One, it was super cloudy up there, so there would have been very little reward, but you know, whatever, I've done that before. But the second thing is that there's not a real path. It's like you bushwhack your way up it. And that's also not my journey. Like, I'm not about bushwhacking. It's my least favorite part when I was walking the path this year. So bushwhacking is never gonna be my thing either. But I knew, or I did some research and found out that I could hike Slieve Donard, which is this one, in Northern Ireland, which is the tallest mountain in Northern Ireland, because it's literally right attached to Newcastle, this little town. So I was like, sweet, I will go there and do that in 2020. That was going to be 4 years in a row. But then we all know what happened in 2020, so clearly didn't do that. And then I didn't come to Ireland last year as part of the trip. I wanted to just kind of keep it as small as I could, given, you know, it was my first international trip, COVID, all that stuff. So I didn't come to Ireland at all. So obviously I didn't hike this. But this year, kind of doing some of the things that I was going to do in 2020. So I was going to go to Ireland, and I figured, let's go hike Slieve Donard. So that's what I'm doing here. There is the highest mountain in the Republic of Ireland, which is different. I think it's actually a little taller than this one, but this one's way shorter than the three I've done already. I'm also in way better shape hiking this one than I was when I hiked any of the other three. So there's that. I'll give you a little comparison once I look it up. I can't remember what the height difference is for the other three in this one. But yeah, this one's by far the easiest. Look at the horses again. They're all just having a snooze. This one does. So that one. I shouldn't be eating ice cream. I have like a marker on my face. I shouldn't be eating ice cream because I'm trying not to eat a ton of dairy because I don't want to be more congested. But it's whiskey flavored and it's really good. And it was made on this farm. Oh, this is really good. This might be, why do I have like dirt on my chin? This one might be the best ice cream I've had on this trip. Oh yeah, not artificial at all. I would probably add chocolate to it, but like, it's good. It's like a 9.8 out of 10. Good job, boo. Oh look, it's a millennial's worst nightmare. Nope, talk about a difference in beach. This is like way out, and I walked way out there. Now it's just this little bitty beach. Last night there was a waterfall there, but the tide's in so far that the waterfall is just a little bump in the river. Also, I'm so glad I did my climb early. Look at those clouds. I actually got some blue sky up there. Well, I was gonna go treat myself to a nice dinner, but it's like 4:30 and I'm starving because I ate lunch at 10:30. So fish and chips it is, and they even have mushy peas. I'm so excited. So this is gonna be what it is.